Hey, it's me, Raika. Today we're going to have a look at Elijah and Lailah from the Celestial faction. Now, these heroes wear cloth-based gear, are part of the support class, and their primary role is to significantly buff your allies and triple your damage against bosses. So let's have a look at their abilities. Their ultimate skill, Hope. Elijah and Lailah both fight independently but share the same health and energy. They also possess an additional 35% increased health. After activating this skill, Elijah and Lailah dance with one another, motivating all allied heroes, increasing their haste by 75 points for 8 seconds. This is pretty significant buff. This skill cannot be used when Elijah is affected by enemy control effects. The level 2. This skill removes all negative effects from allied heroes and prevents them from being controlled for 4 seconds. The level 3. The haste persists for 10 seconds, so this is increased by 2 seconds. Their next ability, Grace. Elijah and Lailah both independently cast blessings. Elijah heals the ally with the lowest health percentage for 130 points, and Lailah restores 40 energy points to the highest remaining amount of health of that specific ally that she targets. If an ally hero has yet to receive a blessing from the other celestial twin, they shall be prioritized, but even greater priority shall be given to the 2 frontline allies if they are still alive. So if you have a damage dealer that is still alive and on the front row, this is a significant amount of energy and healing that the twins will provide to this specific unit. Now, the level 2, 3, and 4 increase the amount of healing to 160%, and 70 points of energy will be restored to that specific ally. The next ability, Cleanse. If Lailah is affected by an enemy control skill, Elijah will remove all negative effects from Lailah and create a shield around her equal to 280% of their attack rating. When an enemy nears Elijah, Lailah will teleport to his location, attacking the enemy for 180 points, and they will be knocked back in the process. The level 2 and 3 increase the value of the shield to 360%, and the knockback gains an additional effect, stunning the enemy by 4 seconds. And the 30 engravings, the shield value is increased to 380%, and the damage dealt to the enemy is increased to 200% as well. The next ability, Unity. This is a passive. The last 2 allies to be affected by the Lailah and Elijah's grace skill will form a union. In this state of union, the 2 heroes will both take 30% of the damages inflicted upon the other, subsequently lessening the damage of the allied hero which is attacked. So this is kind of a chain damage, where if incoming damage is dealt to one, it will be split evenly amongst the 2 frontline or heroes that are linked by the grace skill. The level 2, the attack and defense rating for the 2 heroes in a state of union are both increased by 20% of the other hero's own attack rating. The level 3, crit rating, dodge, accuracy, and life leech are all increased by 15% of the other union hero's own attributes. And the 60 engravings, when one of the ally that is in a state of the unity dies, the surviving hero receives 40% of the dead hero's remaining energy. So the main reason why Elijah and Lailah are used so significantly in bosses is because of the unity skill and because of the ultimate skill. So if you have 2 extremely powerful frontline heroes, such as a hero that can keep on increasing their stats, this is incredibly powerful by powering up one hero and allowing them to do a significant amount of damage to the boss, as this increases their attack, crit, accuracy, and life leech points. So let's have a look at this signature item. Blessed Binding. When you unlock this ability, when Lailah and Elijah are in a close proximity to one another, their attack rating will be increased by 5%. When they are far apart from one another, their defense rating will be increased by 15%. The level 10, when Lailah and Elijah are in close proximity, their attack rating will be increased by 10%, and if they're far away from each other, their defense rating will be increased by 25%. The level 20, when Elijah's normal attack deals a critical strike to the enemy, the affected enemy's damage towards Lailah will be reduced by 40% for 6 seconds, And the level 30, when Lailah's normal attack deal a critical strike. Any damage dealt to the affected enemy by Elijah will be increased by 100% for 6 seconds. So this is not a very powerful signature item for them. However, it does provide a bit of damage reduction through this defense increase and this damage reduction by 40% for 6 seconds. So let's have a look at their furniture. Their 3 out of 3 furniture, Heaven's Grace. If Elijah and Lailah lose a combined amount of health equal to 70% of their max health, they are granted a protective shield that is able to mitigate the damage equal to 50% of their max health for 6 seconds. The 9 out of 9, this shield duration is increased to 15 seconds. So let's have a look at how they do in battle. Now, because they are supports, they are usually placed in the back line in order to buff the 2 frontline damage heroes. So as we can see, the 2 frontline heroes got their unity skill, where now they share the stats amongst each other, such as attack, defense, crit, and all those other good stats. And as soon as the 2 heroes or Elijah get to full energy, they will cast their ultimate skill. So now we can see the little flare over each of the specific allied heroes, where this increases their haste. Now what haste does, this increases reduces the animation time and allows your allies to cast their abilities more often. So if, for example, your hero has a ultimate skill that has a cast time or a specific animation that needs to be played, this will happen faster, allowing your heroes to deal more damage and to essentially allow you to do more damage to bosses in particular. Now, these heroes are not used in campaign. The reason why is they are extremely squishy in campaign. However, in events such as the Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm, Temporal Rift, and various other bossing mechanics in the game, they are a staple to doubling to even tripling your damage against any of these bosses. In addition to this, they are heavily used in guild hunts for both Riz and Soren. However, in the specific team over here, for the Burning Brute, where it requires that you do as much damage in a short period of time, because the Burning Brute is able to one-shot your allies. So because the twins provide the necessary buffs to your allies, this allows your teammates to essentially deal a significant amount of damage. So we can see here that Scarlet and Grizzle are linked by twins, and because Grizzle can stack up or keep on increasing his damage to a extremely high amount, this allows my damage dealer, being Scarlet in this case, to deal a significant amount of damage, as both of them are sharing stats from one another. So if a hero dies when they are on the front row, twins will cast a unity skill again. So any hero that is currently fighting on the front row, the twins will cast a unity and link those 2 heroes as well. So even if a hero dies, they'll still gain the benefit from the attack and defense rating. There we go. We can see that my 2 frontline allies are dealing a significant amount of damage. So what is the minimum investment that I recommend into twins? So because they are extremely squishy and they need that extra bit of survivability in order to survive long enough for the entire duration of the battle, as the longer they survive, the more times they will be able to use their ultimate, and the more they will be able to give your allies the necessary energy and stats for them to get stronger and stronger as the battle progresses. So any bit of investment that you can give them, such as their signature item, especially their 20 signature item, which gives them that 40% damage reduction, which is critical in fighting a single target heroes or bosses. And in addition to this, I would also recommend getting their 9 out of 9 furniture, as this provides them an extra shield, which allows them to survive longer, especially if you're fighting burst enemies or bosses that provide a damage effect on your allies. And if you can engrave your heroes as well, this will be crucial to them as well, especially going for the haste stats that the engravings provide. So as we can see, I have engraved their haste stats. This allows my twins to gain energy faster, use their abilities more often, and allow them to keep on buffing my allies for the entire duration of battle.